Wear one's heart on one's sleeve. To openly display one's emotions or feelings. To be transparent or honest about one's emotions. As a writer, she often wears her heart on her sleeve in her stories. Despite being hurt in the past, she still wears her heart on her sleeve. Sarah always wears her heart on her sleeve, so you always know how she feels. It's refreshing to meet someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. He wears his heart on his sleeve, which can sometimes lead to misunderstandings. Head over heels. Deeply in love or infatuated. Completely and thoroughly. She's head over heels for her new boyfriend. After winning the championship, the whole town was head over heels with excitement. They're head over heels in debt because of their extravagant spending. They fell head over heels in love at first sight. He's head over heels devoted to his work. Love at first sight. Falling in love immediately upon meeting someone. Instantaneous romantic attraction. It was love at first sight when they met in the bookstore. For some people, love at first sight is just a fairy tale. They experienced love at first sight and have been together ever since. Do you think it's possible to have love at first sight? She didn't believe in love at first sight until she met him. Lovey-dovey. Excessively affectionate or romantic. Sentimentally mushy or lovey. Despite their differences, they become lovey-dovey whenever they're together. They were being all lovey-dovey, holding hands and gazing into each other's eyes. They're always posting lovey-dovey messages on social media. The movie was so lovey-dovey that it made me cringe. I can't stand those lovey-dovey couples who can't keep their hands off each other in public. Love is blind. Love can make people overlook flaws or imperfections in their partners. When someone is in love, they may not see the faults of the person they love. She couldn't see his flaws because love is blind. Love is blind, and sometimes it takes others to point out red flags. Despite his faults, she still loves him. Love is blind, after all. They say love is blind, but I think you should still keep your eyes open. He ignored all the warning signs because love is blind. Puppy love. Immature or adolescent romantic infatuation. Innocent and naive romantic feelings, often associated with young love. They were just experiencing puppy love. It won't last. Puppy love can be intense, but often fades with time. Looking back, I realized it was just puppy love. Don't dismiss their relationship as just puppy love. They're serious about each other. Their puppy love blossomed into a lifelong relationship. Heartfelt. Genuine or sincere. Deeply felt or earnest. His words were so heartfelt that they brought tears to her eyes. Her heartfelt thanks touched everyone at the event. The heartfelt apology made amends for his mistake. Despite their differences, they always share heartfelt moments. She wrote him a heartfelt letter expressing her love. Bite the bullet. To endure a painful or difficult situation with courage and determination. To face an unpleasant reality head-on. It's time to bite the bullet and confront the issue. Despite the risks, they bit the bullet and embarked on the adventure. Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and do what needs to be done. We'll have to bite the bullet and deal with the consequences. She decided to bite the bullet and confess her feelings. butterflies in one's stomach. Nervousness or excitement felt in anticipation of something. Feeling anxious or fluttery, especially when in love or infatuated. He couldn't eat because he had butterflies in his stomach before the big game. She had butterflies in her stomach before her first date with him. Meeting him always gives her butterflies in her stomach. The thought of public speaking always gives me butterflies in my stomach. Despite her experience, she still gets butterflies in her stomach before performing. Crazy about. To be extremely enthusiastic or passionate about someone or something. To be deeply infatuated or in love with. She's crazy about animals. She volunteers at the shelter every weekend. He's crazy about his job. He's always the first one in and the last one out. They're crazy about each other. You can see in the way they look at each other. She's crazy about her new hobby. She spends all her free time on it. He's crazy about her. He talks about her all the time. All ears. Fully attentive and eager to listen. Ready and willing to hear or listen intently. The students were all ears when the guest speaker began. When she started talking about her trip, we were all ears. Whenever he tells a story, everyone is all ears. The team was all ears during the coach's halftime speech. Tell me what happened. I'm all ears. All in a day's work. A task or occurrence that is routine or expected within one's job or responsibilities. Something that is considered normal or typical within a particular context. Cleaning up after the party was all in a day's work for the janitorial staff. For a detective, solving mysteries is all in a day's work. Dealing with difficult customers is all in a day's work for customer service representatives. The challenges she faces as a nurse are all in a day's work for her. Working long hours is all in a day's work for many professionals. All out. Using all available resources or effort. Maximum effort. Complete or total, without any limitations or restrictions. The government declared an all-out war on poverty. The company launched an all-out marketing campaign for its new product. The soldiers launched an all-out attack on the enemy stronghold. The team made an all-out effort to win the championship. She made an all-out attempt to finish the project before the deadline. Big cheese. An important or influential person, a leader or authority figure. Someone who holds a position of power or prominence. The big cheese at the company called for a meeting to discuss the new strategy. As the CEO, he's the big cheese around here. She's considered the big cheese in the fashion industry. The big cheese of the organization is coming to visit our branch next week. He may be a big cheese in the business world, but he's down to earth in person. All thumbs. Clumsy or awkward with one's hands. Lacking coordination. Inept or awkward when it comes to manual tasks. He's all thumbs when it comes to fixing things around the house. I'm all thumbs when it comes to assembling furniture. Despite his best efforts, he remained all thumbs with technology. Don't ask me to sew. I'm all thumbs with a needle and thread. She's all thumbs in the kitchen. She can't even boil water without burning it. Large as life. Very conspicuous or prominent. Easily noticed. Present or appearing in a striking or vivid manner. The movie star appeared on stage, large as life, to accept the award. The poster showed the band, large as life, against a colorful backdrop. The painting depicted the historical figure, large as life, in vibrant colors. There he was, large as life, standing at the entrance. When I walked into the party, I saw my old friend, large as life, across the room. Go the whole hog. To do something thoroughly or completely, to make a full effort, to proceed or act without holding back, to be extravagant or lavish. When redecorating the living room, they decided to go the whole hog and remodel the entire space. When it comes to holidays, my family always goes the whole hog with decorations and festivities. If you're going to start a business, you might as well go the whole hog and invest in top-notch equipment. Instead of just ordering pizza, let's go the whole hog and have a full Italian feast. Since it's her birthday, let's go the whole hog and throw her a big party. All in, fully committed or invested, giving one's total effort, betting or risking everything on a single outcome. The poker player pushed all his chips into the center of the table, going all in on his hand. He decided to go all in and ask her to marry him, despite his doubts. She went all in on her new business venture, quitting her job to focus on it full-time. The team went all in for the final game of the season, determined to win. After saving for years, they went all in and bought their dream house. The whole 9 yards. Everything or all aspects of something, the entire amount, going to great lengths or exhaustive efforts. Don't just give me a summary. I want the whole 9 yards, details, explanations, everything. When she hosts a party, she goes the whole 9 yards with decorations, food, and entertainment. The project required research, analysis, and presentation, so we decided to go the whole 9 yards. For her wedding, she wanted the whole 9 yards, a lavish ceremony, designer dress, an exotic honeymoon. He wanted to impress his date, so he went the whole 9 yards and rented a limousine. Leave someone high and dry. To abandon or leave someone in a difficult situation without any help or support. To desert or forsake someone when they are in need. I thought I could rely on him, but he left me high and dry when I needed his assistance. After the storm hit, many families were left high and dry without electricity or clean water. When the company went bankrupt, they left their employees high and dry without any severance pay. He promised to help me with the project, but he left me high and dry when I needed him the most. When her car broke down in the middle of nowhere, her friends left her high and dry. Go it alone. To do something by oneself without any help or assistance from others. To pursue a course of action independently or without relying on others. After several failed attempts to find a partner, he resolved to go it alone in his quest for success. He decided to go it alone and start his own business instead of partnering with someone else. She's determined to go it alone and travel around the world by herself. Despite his friend's advice, he chose to go it alone and hike through the wilderness. It can be daunting to go it alone, but sometimes it's the best way to achieve your goals. Lone wolf. Someone who prefers to act or work alone, often avoiding the company or assistance of others. An independent or solitary individual who does not conform to group norms or expectations. He's a lone wolf by nature, but he knows when to seek help from others. As a lone wolf, he found it difficult to collaborate with his teammates on group projects. The detective was known as a lone wolf. He preferred to work alone on his cases. Despite being a lone wolf, she was highly successful in her career. He's always been a lone wolf, preferring solitude over socializing with others. Leave someone to their own devices. To allow someone to do what they want without interference or guidance. To abandon or neglect someone, leaving them to manage on their own. After the accident, he was left to his own devices to recover and rehabilitate himself. When she moved to the new city, her parents left her to her own devices to figure things out. When the project leader resigned, the team was left to their own devices to complete the work. While on vacation, they left their children to their own devices, trusting them to behave responsibly. After giving him instructions, his supervisor left him to his own devices to complete the task. Flying solo. Doing something independently without the help or company of others. Traveling or performing alone without companionship. Despite the group invitation, she opted to fly solo to the concert. She's used to flying solo and prefers to work alone on projects. Flying solo can be liberating, but it also comes with its challenges. He decided to fly solo on his backpacking trip through Europe. After the breakup, she focused on flying solo and rediscovering herself. One-man show. A performance or project that is carried out entirely by one person. Someone who insists on doing everything themselves without seeking assistance from others. The comedian's one-man show received rave reviews from critics and audiences alike. Despite the offer of help, he insisted on turning the project into a one-man show. The entrepreneur turned his business into a successful one-man show. She's always running the household like a one-woman show. She refuses to delegate tasks. His presentation felt more like a one-man show than a team effort. Solo act. A performance or presentation done by a single person. An individual's independent actions or endeavors. Despite being part of a team, she often operates as a solo act, making decisions without consulting others. His solo act at the talent show impressed the judges and won him first place. He's known for his solo act performing music and comedy on stage. She prefers to do things her own way. She's a solo act in the workplace. After the band broke up, he pursued a solo act, releasing albums and touring solo. Go solo. To do something alone or independently, without the company or assistance of others. To separate or detach oneself from a group or organization and operate independently. After years of working with partners, he finally decided to go solo and work independently. She decided to go solo and start her own business instead of joining a company. After the disagreement, he chose to go solo and work on the project by himself. He's planning to go solo on his next adventure trip instead of joining a tour group. Despite the band's success, the lead singer decided to go solo and pursue a solo music career. Stand alone. To be independent or self-sufficient, not requiring support or assistance from others. To be unique or distinctive, not part of a larger group or series. Despite criticism from others, he believes his ideas can stand alone and withstand scrutiny. The building's design allows each unit to stand alone as a separate living space. The sculpture can stand alone as a work of art, without any additional context. Her novel is strong enough to stand alone without being part of a series. The statement stands alone as a testament to his character and integrity. Take a rain check. To politely decline an invitation or offer with the intention of accepting it at a later time. To postpone or defer something to a later date or time. The weather isn't cooperating for our outdoor picnic today. Let's take a rain check and plan it for another day. I appreciate the offer to go hiking, but I twisted my ankle yesterday. I'll have to take a rain check on that activity. I was looking forward to lunch with you, but something urgent came up at work. Can we take a rain check? Thanks for inviting me to the concert, but I have a prior commitment. Can I take a rain check? I'm too tired to go out tonight, but I'll take a rain check and join you next time. A leopard can't change its spots. People cannot change their fundamental nature or character traits. Once a person or thing has a particular characteristic, it is unlikely to change. The company hoped he'd become more reliable, but it turns out a leopard can't change its spots. She's always been stubborn. You know what they say, a leopard can't change its spots. You can't expect him to suddenly become honest. A leopard can't change its spots. Even after therapy, his aggressive behavior hasn't improved. It seems a leopard can't change its spots. Despite his promises, he still behaves irresponsibly. A leopard can't change its spots. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.